Hey guys, this is Dimitri with Joe's Gaming and Electronics, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to replace the charger port on your Sennheiser Momentum 4 headphones. Typically, if the charger port goes bad, one way you could identify that is if you plug in a charging cable, you're receiving absolutely no amperage and the lights aren't turning on. That's a really good indicator that the charger port has failed. Charger port's located on the right hand side, and the tools that I'll be using for this repair is a metal pry tool. We have a plastic spudger, some tweezers, a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver, and a 1.5mm flathead. All these tools you'll see me using to do this specific repair. We do have them available on our website, as well as parts for this specific model, and we do provide a mail-in repair service. So if you want to send your headphones in and have us fix it, you could do that by filling out the repair form. Link will be down in the description for everything that I just talked about. And without further ado, let's get into the repair. So first things first, we're going to use our metal pry tool to remove the ear pad. We're going to do that by just simply getting in underneath here in between the speaker cup and the ear pad. We're just going to pop it up. It'll unclip. And we'll just remove that, set that aside. And next we have 4 Phillips screws that need to be removed. Once the 4 screws are removed, I find it easier to lift the speaker housing up using the flathead. You don't want to hook directly with the actual flat part because you might break off the clip that holds the ear pad. So we're going to use the long side of it and just kind of pull up on that side, pull up on this side a little bit, and on this side just to kind of break her loose. Once we've successfully achieved that, you can slowly lift this up. We're just going to slide it up. And it's not necessary. It does help and make it a lot easier to work with. I'm going to disconnect this ribbon right here. Let me get that in camera view. There's a little black tab. You just flip it up and pull the ribbon out. Kind of creates a little bit more working space. And this is the charger port PCB right here. You have the AUX jack connected to it, as well as the fuel gauge indicator. What we're going to do is disconnect the ribbons first by flipping that tab up. And I'm using a spudger because I don't want to damage or break anything. This one should be fine. Once the ribbon is disconnected, we got a couple screws that we want to remove. Once that is done, I'm just using the flathead to just kind of break off or break up the glue that's on this rubber gasket. Just breaking it away from the housing, essentially, is what I'm doing. And then we'll get the fuel gauge indicator out of there as well. Get that out of the way. You want to be really careful when you're doing this specific repair because there is a little button right here. This will fall out, and if you lose it, you're kind of out of luck. You need that sucker there, so be very mindful and very careful. All right, so once that is all done, we're just gonna work away, shimmy this, probably break this up a little bit more, maybe even remove it completely. Coming in with our plastic spudger. You're going to want to lift up a little bit because it does sit on a pin. Voila. There you have it, folks. That right there is the charger port and the AUX, as well as the fuel gauge light indicator. And this is what I was talking about. This little tiny rubber gasket is the button for the power. So you want to make sure that you do not lose this when you are doing this repair by yourself. So I'm just going to pop that bad boy back in there before we cause unnecessary trouble.
Hey, this is Joe from the Sauna. If this video brought you value, please support us by buying parts, tools, refurbished electronics, or sending your device in for repair so we can keep offering you free repair tutorials. Back to the video.
Alright, so for the installation, it's just as simple as removing it. Maybe not as simple, but easy enough where you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So all we're gonna do is, first, I'm gonna go in with this side because there is a ribbon right here and we don't want to damage it. So we're just gonna place this side in first. And make sure that this is lined up as well as on this side where we have the pin. We want to make sure that's lined up, but also be very careful because this button wants to pop on out. So we'll seat this down first and then we'll just shimmy this guy back into its respectful location like so. Once I did that, I'm just gonna make sure holding this down, test the touch feature, make sure that the button is also make sure that the button is clicking. Once I have confirmed it is, I will secure the charger port PCB with the two little Phillips screws that we previously removed. We'll go ahead and plug this ribbon back in. Make sure that this tab is lifted up before plugging the ribbon in, otherwise you'll damage the pins. Once that's plugged in, we could push this tab down. And next, we are gonna install the fuel gauge indicator, like so. Just pop it in place. And this guy, you just seat it over the top of the charger port and the AUX jack. You don't need to worry about gluing it down, just simply set it down and you are good to rock. And with our handy dandy tweezers, this ribbon that we disconnected just to give us a little bit more working room, we're gonna get this bad boy plugged back in. Once it's plugged in there securely, with our plastic spudger, we're gonna push the tab back down so that it secures the ribbon into place. And we're gonna install the speaker driver housing back in. So you wanna push this side in first. So go ahead, line it up, push that side down and in, and then the rest of it should just fit right in. Now you could proceed with securing the speaker driver housing with the 4 Phillips screws that we originally removed. And installing the ear pad, it's just as easy as it is removing it. You have tabs right here. You have the cutouts for the tabs on the ear pad. You just simply want to line it up, make sure that it's all lined up, and go ahead and push down. You'll hear it click in. Once that is complete, just give the ear pads a nice tug-a-rooney, as some would say, just to make sure that it is secure on there. And that is how you successfully replace the charger port on your Sennheiser Momentum 4 headphones. Once again, the tools you see me using, it's just a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver. We got a 1.5mm flathead, some tweezers, a metal pry tool, and a plastic spudger. Links will be down in the description below, as well as parts. We do have parts for this specific model of headphones, and we do provide a mail-in repair service as well. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and like always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you guys love what we do, please support us. You guys can click on the links that we have on the end screen. You guys can buy our parts, sales, or service so we can continue to make great videos for you guys for many more years. Thank you.